everyone. My name is Sasha Elzy, and my presentation is on Nike Community Impact. Basically, when I think of Nike, I think of like the clothing. I don't think too much of into the programs that they offer nowadays. It's kind of nice to know that there is still people out there that who care and want to get kids involved as much as they do. On our first slide, we have Made to Play. It's actually really good to know Nike wants children to get out more, to be more involved, and to basically know that they can live a successful life if they do. It's definitely more healthier for them to get out and be more involved instead of being a couch potato. Nowadays, I feel like it is a little hard on children to get out and be involved in these things because our generation is definitely technology. Even homework is done on an iPad, so I think it's great that Nike is still wanting kids to be like, hey, come outside, run with the ball, chase the ball, or whatnot. Because it's definitely great to know that your child is active and healthy, because that's what our goal is. On slide 1 as well, it talks a little bit about how Nike's community wants to impact the children on their potential. So basically what this is a lot of kids have self-esteem problems, and we want to change that, obviously. So we want them to understand the game and to know that everyone can play, and basically that they have so much potential. They just may not know it. So it's good for them to understand and see that potential that they do have. Now, Nike employees actually have 5,700 people who are involved in this and chase this dream as well, which is great because anybody can do this, and it is good to know that there are volunteers out there who want to help. So on my slide 3, basically is understanding the game. Now, when I was doing this slide, my favorite part about this is the ball bounces the same for everyone. That is so good to know. I just feel like a lot of kids, they need to know that, LeBron James, if you bounce the basketball, it's going to bounce the same just as well as I'm bouncing the ball or my children bouncing the ball. A lot of kids need to know that they have the power to do this. It just takes practice, and if they get out there and they want to do these things, they can and they will do these things. So it's good to know that Nike is there to basically not hold your hand, but to show you the fundamental of the game and want you to basically play. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. And obviously you want to be able to enjoy it and go from there. Now, on slide 4, it does talk a little bit about statistics, and I like how that if you are more active and you're out there and you're playing sports, it does show that 40% of the ones who are more active do better on test. And I think that's great because I think that they have goals. A lot of schools recommend that you keep an A, B, C, basically grade-wise, in order to play these sports. So I feel like the kids that get into these sports and want to play know that they have to academically keep that up as well. And then you're more healthier and you're getting enough sleep, and because you're tired. So I think that's just great. But it also statistically says that 8 out of 10 kids aren't getting involved like they should. They're not getting enough movement. And again, that leads back to our technology. I feel like everything is just so based on technology nowadays that it's harder for kids to be more active. So it's great that these Nike funds basically help people do that, and they want people to get out more because not everyone can also afford it either. So then that's where Nike comes in as well, because then they donate, which we talk a little bit about more on my next slide. Slide 5, it says that Nike has donated $5.95 million in grants and schools to Oregon, which is great. And not only just to Oregon, there are many other ones that they have donated to. But basically what this is talking about is that they donate the money for their curriculum and to basically have the the or the sport gear that they need, and because not all schools can afford that, so it's great to have someone like Nike help them and want to basically get the kids out there and to be able to do this. And so it also goes into this program called Good 360. It is another program that donates essential goods to charities throughout the United States, which is great because now here Nike is again donating the essentials that they need and the apparel and everything so they can do these things, which I just find phenomenal because, again, not everybody can afford these things. So then you have to wonder, and it's great to have basically someone donate. On my slide 8, we talk about mentoring partnership, which is so good. We have all these volunteers out there, and they're helping our children. They're wanting them to be successful. They're wanting to take them out and to show them the fundamental of the game, and they are wanting to show them that getting out and getting involved is better than sitting on the couch and not doing anything. So it's great to have mentors all over wanting to help the youth and wanting them to be more successful in life, because I just feel like that is so great. On slide 9, we talk about the relationships between the coach and which is great. I have children, so I know that this is actually great. We have become very close to our coach because they are so positive. They have that positive impact on children. You can do it. You will do it. So that is good to have for children and for the coaches. Now, not everyone has that, and it's a shame, but there are so many good coaches out there. But it actually doesn't take a coach to impact a child at all. You can be a teacher. You can be a doctor to impact a child. So it's actually really good to know. I believe that it is so good to have a relationship with the coach, with a child, because then that child becomes closer to the coach and then they can practice more, or all the positive impact that the coaches give these children are great. So it's great that Nike actually has these volunteers that want to help these children and stuff like that. So I just think that this is amazing. Now, on my last slide, we talk a little bit about all the funding and wanting to get involved, and I just think that is so great. Anybody can join. I mean, if you want to donate, and it doesn't have to be just money, you can donate other things, your talent. I mean, it's just really that simple, and I think it's great, and everyone should look into it, because everybody that wants to play in the sports may not be able to. They may not be able to have the money or whatnot, and I think it's good that they offer so many different grants that allows children to not be left out, and that they have the opportunity to reach out and be there. And I've learned so much just doing this presentation. I just think it's so great that they have so many different programs to help children and want to help children. And it's good to know. It is. So that is what my presentation is about. And that's it.